Okay. Let's go over some rules before we get started this morning so you know exactly what you should be doing while we are doing our activity today. So make sure that you're in the square that you were assigned to. Make sure you're crisscross applesauce. Make sure you have eyes on your
teacher.
And you are
Listening while your teacher is talking.
And if you have a question, you can raise your hand. All right. Also, for us to do our activity this morning, we're going to use our bucket. So you won't need to do a lot of hand raising because we're going to just draw our names for the first part of our lesson today. Okay? So we're going to make a KWL chart this morning. And raise your hand if you know, just scoot back a little bit. Raise your hand. What does your K mean? Who remembers what your K means? What does your K mean, Christian?
No.
K means no. Good job. It's what you know already. And what is this W, Brian?
What you want to know.
It's what you want to know.
What you want to know. Ah.
And L means what, Emma?
What you learned.
What you've learned. Good job. All right, so we're going to start with what we know, and we're going to talk about a lesson today. We're going to do social studies today, and we're going to talk about consumers, producers, goods, and services. Give me a thumbs up if you've heard some of those words before. Give me a thumbs up if you've heard a few of those words before. So this all is connected with an essential question that you need to know. You need to know what is a consumer. You also need to know what is a producer. You also need to know what is a good, the difference between a good and a service. So we're going to go over all of this today. And we also need to not only know what they are, but how they work. How they work for us to be able to purchase and buy things for our economy purposes. Okay, the economy is the money and the things that happen. Your economy is how things are exchanged and your monies and things like that. So we'll go in more depth with that in just a moment. So let's talk about what do you know about producers, consumers, goods, and services. So let's use our bucket a little bit. So I want you to think about what you know. You need to make a good choice on what you're supposed to be doing. Fiani, what do you know about goods and services or consumers and producers? Got anything for me this morning? Okay. Kaylin, tell me tell me something you know about your goods and services or consumer and producer this morning.
That when you ask them that you want them to come produce them, they do it.
Okay, all right, that's pretty good. Okay, so you're saying when you do or when you ask for something, people produce it. Very good. All right. See if we can grab a name from the bucket. Ava, what do you know about goods and consumers and producers and services? Let's try a different technique. Raise your hand if you know something about goods and services. Tell me.
Oh, services are like where it gets like a service.
Okay, perfect. Good job. else has something they'd like to share about goods and services? Go ahead, Angel.
Good means like you being good, but surface means I want. No.
Go ahead, Angel.
Sorry to interrupt, but I wanted to let you know, Ms. Forrest said we're back to the original schedule, not the revised one, because Mr. Parton will not be here.
Okay, so we're doing normal lunch.
No. The rotations.
Okay.
It's not, there's not gonna be, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, there were 6 groups, now they're going back to the original 5 groups.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Thank you. So good is like when you're being good.
And service like computers, electronics, or it's like electricity.
Oh shit. I see you repair electronics. All right, perfect. Go ahead, Kenyatta.
Service like if you have cables, sometimes if you have Wi-Fi or if you have internet, or if you don't, that means that you don't got no internet or nothing. Then when you like try to watch TV and then you ain't gonna be able to watch TV. You gonna have to buy like electricity and stuff, and go to the cable place and get you can get charged and then or you can get off.
Okay. That's a good job. So services can be like cable, internet, TV, and what do you have to do to get it, Kenyatta? You have to pay for it. Good job. Good job. All right, let's take.
I can't think.
Remember to raise your hand quietly if you have something you need to say. Asa, go ahead.
Services in the army to give a service.
Okay, so the Army gives a service. All right, let's take one more. Go ahead, Fiona.
Services are very good at fixing electronics.
Okay.
You sure I got one? Not funny.
So we're gonna stop right there with our what we know. We can come back to it. But what do you want to know? Raise your hand if you are wanting to know something. Clayton, thank you.
If they really solve you something.
Okay, if they really serve you something. Go ahead, Emma.
You are something like one day
How about, do we need to know what these vocabulary words are?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. We need to know. We need to know what is a consumer. You need to know what is a producer. We need to know what is a good. And what is a service, right? Give me one more. Audrina, what would you like to know?
Did I really make electronic work?
Go ahead.
Do a really turn on
Who is they? When you guys are saying they, who is they?
the connection people.
Roll up, please.
Or that.
Thank you, Gamble. Go ahead.
The people that the consumers, the consumers and all the other people use that.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Adriana. All right, so let's stop right there and let's talk a little bit about this. Because we're saying they alive, or if this person sells something, or if they do something. So let's talk about some vocabulary. Let's go over this. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is, what is a producer? And you guys did pretty good with this. You started out pretty good with what is a producer. Raise your hand. So we have a bunch of different people here that are considered producers. And Carly, can you read this for me?
Someone who grows, makes, or
Supplies.
supplies.
Goods, all right? So a producer is someone who grows, makes, or supplies goods, okay? So we have this woman up here. What is this woman, Vianney? What is this woman?
Ooh, the butcher. No. Oh, no, Mr. Drew.
A farmer. Yeah, a farmer. What do you think the farmer does? What does this farmer do, Aiden?
Makes plants.
Very good. So does she make plants, or does she grows plants? Possibly plants that you could eat, right? So she's a farmer. She also raises different animals like cows, chickens. So she's a producer, okay? So we have this friend. He's also a what, everybody? Farmer. So farmers are producers. What is this guy? Who can see this from?
That's a girl.
Christian.
That's a guy.
Who is this guy? What does it say he is? A toy
maker.
He's a toy maker. He makes toys. So he produces or makes toys. And our last friend is a store owner. And our store owner, she or he checks you out so you can buy goods, okay? But what is a good? Sit up. Vianney, in your seat. So we see all these people producing what we call goods, but we need to know what is a good. So let's look at our picture for what is a good. What is a good? Goods. These are goods.
Like shoes, girl, car.
Asa, read this for me.
Something that can be used or
Consumed. Consumed means that you can, consumed is like eat it, or, okay, when you consume things, you eat things. All right, let's say them together. You get, a good is a donut, a
toothpaste, flashlight, vehicle, dog, shoes, vacuum.
We have a lot of goods in our room, right? It's anything that that can be used. Our desks are goods. We have our stuff to make lemonade. Those are goods. Yeah, my pen.
A carpet.
Saving it because you're in the middle of talking.
A carpet.
Our carpet is a good because we use our carpet. Very good. So we have lots of goods in our room. So we have goods.
And is a good.
Produce one. Producers produce goods. So a baker would produce a good, which would be a what?
Toy maker.
A cake. Okay?
A cake baker.
Sometimes people don't make or produce goods, but they provide a service to us. Okay? They provide a service to us. Doctors help do what? What do doctors help you do? Ava, what do doctors help you do? They help you get better. So they provide a service or they help take care of you. What about this guy? What about a taxi driver? Hunter, what does a taxi driver do?
Help you go places.
He helps you go
You
places.
don't have a car.
So he gives you a service by doing something for you. People that provide services do something for you.
What you have to do?
Clayton, read this for me.
An action that something does to help others.
Very good. A
says
babysitter. What action does a babysitter do? What action does a babysitter do, Will?
A babysitter watches a baby for the mother.
Yes, a babysitter watches a baby for the mother, right?
Or daddy.
That's the service. That's the action. They watch our actions. So, service people usually do a lot of things. So they do a lot of things that are verbs. All right, a pet groomer. What does a pet groomer do? What does a pet groomer do, Fiona?
Watches out for your pet.
Yes. What is she doing? What is he doing?
He's taking care of the dog.
Yeah, he's washing them. So a pet groomer cuts hair and nails and trims them up. So they provide a service. So you could go to the store and you pay for goods, which are physical things that you can hold or things that you use. Sometimes you just go to a place and you pay for a service, okay? Sometimes you get services for free, but most of the time you pay for it. So when you are paying for a service, Kenyatta, go to your seat. When you are paying for a service or you're buying something, you're called a consumer. Okay? You're called a consumer. That means you are consuming it or you are taking in whatever you purchase. Someone who buys goods or services for themselves. Okay? So when you pay for something, you become a consumer. Here's your TV you were talking about. The people provide a service for you, which is your TV. You are the consumer because you watch the TV. We also have shoppers. These shoppers down here, they are buying something. When you are purchasing something. Yesterday I had to go buy flip-flops for the twins for Florida. I had to go buy, so I was the consumer and they had a product or a good that I needed, which was the boys' flip-flops, okay? So it's a consumer. It's someone that buys the service or the good. So we're going to read a story today. And I want you to think about who is the producer and who is the consumer and what goods or services are they providing. So our story today is called Lemonade for Sale.
Mr. It's a library book.
It is a library. The members on the Elm Street Kids Club were feeling gloom. Our clubhouse is falling down and our piggy bank is empty, Meg said. I know how we can make some money, said Matthew. Let's sell lemonade. So what good are they going to sell? What good are they going to sell, Luke? Lemonade. So in our store, we already know that the good they're going to sell is lemonade. Who is the producer? Who's going to be the producer of the lemonade? And Fiona?
Meg.
How about all of our friends? Let's see if all of our friends are the producers. Danny said, I bet if we sell about 30 or 40 cups each day for a week, we'll make enough money to fix our clubhouse. Let's track our sales. Sherry said, I can make a bar graph. I'll list the number of cups on the side like this. I'll show the days of the week along the bottom of this. What do you think they need a bar graph for? What did they say they needed a bar graph for, Asa?
So they can see how much cups they sell.
Yeah, they need how much money they're making,
And
right?
they sell like, say they have 100, and they sell 50.
Mhm.
And you can look to see how many you sell.
That's right. Good job. On Monday, they set up their corner stand. When people walked by, Petey, Meg's pet parrot squawked, "Lemonade for sale! Lemonade for sale!" Matthew squeezed the lemons. Meg mixed in some sugar. Danny shook it up with the ice and poured it into cups. Sherry kept track of how many cups they sold. Sherry announced, "We sold 30 cups today. I'll fill in the bar above Monday up to the 30 on a side." "Not bad," said Danny. "Not bad, not bad," chattered Petey. So our producers, the people that are making the lemonade, are the what? What, everybody? The kids. The kids are who are making the lemonade. So they are producing the lemonade, which is our good, to sell to who? Who do you think they're selling to? Who do you think they're selling to, Caleb?
The people who own the clubhouse.
Maybe. Who else could they be selling to, Carly?
The people in the town.
Maybe the people in the town. Who else are they selling to?
The people in the neighborhood.
Maybe the people in their neighborhood. Who else, Emma? The consumers. Good job. So the consumers are the people in the town and the people in the neighborhood. The consumers, anyone who comes to purchase the good. What is the good, everybody?
The lemonade.
The lemonade. Good job.
Mr. Reed.
On Tuesday, Petey squawked again, "Lemonade for sale! Lemonade for sale!" And more people came by. Matthew squeezed more lemons. Meg mixed more sugar. Danny shook it with ice and poured it into more cups. Sherry kept track of how many cups they sold. Sherry shouted, "We sold 40 cups today. I'll fill in the bar above Tuesday up to the number 40. The bars show that our sales are going up. Things are looking good," said Meg. "Looking good, looking good," chatted Petey. On Wednesday, Petey squawked, "Lemonade for sale!" so many times that most of the neighborhood stopped by. So it told us for sure who was the people that are consuming the lemonade. The people in the neighborhood or their friends. Good job. Matthew squeezed even more lemons. Meg mixed even more sugar. Danny shook it up with ice and poured it into even more cups. Sherry kept track on how many cups they sold.
Look at all those people. It's like they have to be in line.
Remember your listening
A
ears.
good idea is to be in
It's
line.
100 cups.
Sherry yelled, "We sold 56 cups today. I'll fill in Wednesday's bar up to a little more than halfway between 50 and 60. "That's great," shouted Matthew. "That's great, bragged Petey.
Are they going to get that money so they can build up the tree house?
We have to see. They opened again on Thursday, but something was wrong. No matter how many times Petey squawked, "Lemonade for sale!" hardly anyone stopped by. Matthew squeezed just a few lemons. Meg mixed in only a couple of spoonfuls of sugar. Danny's ice melted while he waited. Sherry kept track of only the few cups they sold. So if they have a few cups, are they saying that they sold less on Thursday or more on Thursday than the other day? Less. Remember, few means less, okay? Sherry said, We only sold 24 cups today. Thursday bar is way down low. There goes our clubhouse, said Danny sadly. Petey didn't make a sound. So our producers, are they very happy right now?
Because they went lower, but they're going to get higher. They're going to get back higher again. To everybody in the whole entire town.
Let's see. I think I know what's going on, said Matthew. Look, he pointed down the street. There's someone juggling on that corner, and everybody's over there to watch. Let's check it out, said Meg. So the the producers of the lemonade, which are the kids that are selling the good, which is the lemonade, they are also providing the service because they are making the lemonade.
Teacher, who is that running?
Danny asked the juggler, "Who are you?" "I'm Jed," said the juggler. "I just moved here." Sherry had an idea. She whispered something to Jed. On Friday, Sherry arrived with Jed. "Jed's going to juggle right next to our stand," Sherry said. That day, Petey squawked. Jed juggled and more people came by than ever before. Matthew squeezed loads of lemons. Meg mixed tons of sugar. Danny shook it up with lots of ice and almost ran out of cups. Sherry could hardly keep track of how many cups they sold. So are they happier producers now? Yeah. We sold so many cups today that our sales are over the top. We have enough money to rebuild our clubhouse. Hooray, they shouted. Jed, will you join our club? You bet, said Jed. You bet, squawked Petey.
Oh, he just like bragging.
So, you can provide lots of services. I provide a service to you. What service do I provide to you? What service do you think I provide to you? What service do you think I provide to you, Clayton?
You supplied work to us.
I supply work to you. Okay, what else, Adriana?
Computers.
Yes. Well, the school supplies your computers. Yes. What else, Luke?
Teaching.
I teach.
Oh my God.
I teach you, right? I also keep you safe. So we do lots of things. As a teacher, we provide lots of services to you and your parents, right? All right, remember you should be crisscross applesauce because it's almost time to make that lemonade.
Wait, something they can be sweet. Do we have to drink it? Do we have to drink it?